game of Volleyball Legends, there exists a group of styles who each possess the capabilities to conquer any court they set foot in. And those generational talents are referred to as secrets. These prodigies have all earned their exceptional reputation through their constant use by players all over the world, excluding one individual in particular, which respectfully shall not be named. But I'm positive all of you guys know who I'm referring to. Even with how remarkable they are though, it seems to be that some people don't fully comprehend the lengths of their abilities, whether it is by either underestimating or overestimating them. And that is why I have decided to take matters into my own hands and explain the importance of these cards for you guys to truly grasp their importance in this game. And what better way to start than by comparing them with every other rarity in the game. So let's get straight to analyzing. Aside from Ultras, which are the most recent rarity added to Volleyball Legends, that in my opinion don't have a huge gap when compared to Secrets. Because although Haka has the capabilities of both a setter and a spiker, he still doesn't have a crazy impact on most game modes excluding 1v1s. Because once a Haka user decides to fake their spike and set to themselves, an opponent will more than likely press their defense binds and not be able to react to the actual spike due to the cooldown they will experience. But a group of styles that are more important to discuss about have to be all rarities that range from common to godly styles. I have decided to combine them all into one group for the sole reason of them not holding any special abilities besides the default mechanics this game is built upon. Because of this, it makes it a whole lot easier for someone to master them, since the only things you will need to get down are basic skills already seen in real life like bumping, serving, setting, and spiking the ball. So they're definitely a very beginner friendly group of styles to start off with. And since they are less valuable rarities than secrets, it makes it a lot, and I mean a whole lot easier for people to roll. It has no joke taking me 200 spins just to acquire time skip Kagayomo. And you might be wondering, why would it take you that long? Because isn't Secret Pity only at 100? Although it resides at 100 rolls, I had no idea that you actually had to click the damn thing in order to be able to pick what style you want to guarantee yourself. So whenever you guys are at the verge of reaching Pity, make sure to not only click on the card in the style section, but also in the pity section itself. Otherwise, your mom's bank account will completely plummet to the ground. Now, if you guys start off with average cards, it is not the end of the world, but actually kind of a blessing in disguise. Because once you finally master them and roll your first secret, the skill you will gain will be very noticeable almost straight away, especially if you learn how to incorporate the abilities unique to them. So my advice would be to enjoy the journey as much as possible, because that is where the majority of your progress will lie. But although these guys are easier to get the hang of, it also means that their potential ceiling is significantly lower in contrast to Secrets, due to them having weaker stats and also lacking the it factor Secrets possess, being their abilities, which when missing makes your gameplay a whole lot more predictable than if you were using someone like Jinko, who at times can make you question if the laws of gravity even apply to this game, which clearly they don't. And the most demoralizing part of playing with one of these guys is the lack of involvement you will have in team plays due to most players only engaging with other secrets or ultra users. I have seen it time and time again where a player who is clearly very talented is shoved aside by the team setter who decides to pass the ball to someone that just happened to roll Sanu on their first day. Having said all this, it is only natural for regular styles to get boring after some time. And since we're already on the topic of cons, let's take a look at the hidden cracks of secret styles. For starters, they are a much harder rarity to roll, where in most cases will require you to use lucky spins in order to even have a chance of acquiring one. But due to this, they naturally have better stats and abilities when compared to all other low rarity styles. But with more abilities comes more complication, making them a bit more challenging to adjust to at first use. And because these guys are extremely impactful, some of them require a cooldown to compensate for their overwhelming advantages, and the devs can even go as far as to nerf them, which at this point happens to pretty much every card that is released. But for sure the worst part of them is without a doubt having to play against them. Like, let's be real, when you guys load into a match and see a Mikage on the other team, does your heart not skip a beat at first glance? Because you know for a fact a style like that will only cause pure mayhem on the court. I'm not saying all secrets give this exact sensation, but styles that are defined as annoying most definitely do. Thankfully though, the skills are tipped in the way of positivity for secrets, who are without a doubt the best rarity in the game, including ultras, because some secrets just perform better than Haka in my opinion. They're also extremely fun to experiment new techs with, like Jinko's Curve, Fako's Fake Set, Okazu's Bullet Serve, and so on. And since their skill ceiling is higher than the majority of other styles, it also means that once fully mastered, catching opponents off guard will be second nature because of the abilities they possess, which for that reason, I like to refer to them as wild cards. But just because they are exceptional doesn't mean you'll automatically become a pro level player once equipping them. And to prove to you guys this is true, I hopped in a 1v1 match with my friend Rufus, who has never touched the game before and was using one of the best spikers in the game, being Sanu, and was up against my common rarity style. Let's just say the score wasn't really close. Yeah. Like, not at all. What I want you guys to take away from this video is that yes, secret styles are very important, but only in the hands of the right users. A great player is capable of dominating with pretty much any card in the game, including common styles. But someone who has yet to break free from silver rank can never fill the shoes to operate a secret. And how good you are is super dependent on how much time you dedicate in Volleyball Legends. The more time you play, the greater your skills will become and the more game sense you will possess. But at the end of the day, the choice in becoming a beast in this game completely depends on what you decide to do. So give it some thought, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.